Welcome,
Okay.
everybody, and thank you for joining us in another edition of Long's Thursday morning coffee break. My name is Ryan Nudbalski. I am a sales engineer in Colorado Springs. Today we have Corrine LeBlanc with Daikin Applied joining us. Welcome, Corrine.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm super excited to be here with you.
Oh, well, thank you. So, Corrine, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do at Daikin?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Corinne LeBlanc, and I'm the Western Sales Manager for Modular Solution at Daikin Applied. So basically what I do is I work with engineers and contractors, and I help them simplify their HVAC project by putting everything inside a box. And this is what we're going to talk about today, Ryan. Very
All
exciting.
right. So when we're talking about modular, what exactly is a modular plant and why is it gaining more traction across the industry?
Yeah, well, what if I tell you, or what if I told you, Ryan, that instead of going the traditional way of doing a central plant, with bringing like the chiller usually inside the building with the pump and the cooling towers on top, or having to build a mechanical room, what if I told you that there is a better way and that I can provide all of this in a box or a module, right? So this is why it's gaining traction because of that. So it's more innovative. And if you're still wondering what a modular solution is, I like to call it the 6 Ps of modular solution. So basically, it's a prefab, pre-manufactured equipment. It's pre-engineered, it's pre-tested, it's plug and play, it's a piece of equipment. This is very important. And the last one is the most important one is it's a peace of mind.
All right. So, I mean, what are the main benefits of a modular solution and how can that help solve problems for engineers and contractors specifically?
Well, thank you for asking. Actually, there are a lot of benefits using the modular central plant. So first of all, it's way faster to install. So the only thing you need to do is to provide the box and then you bring the water and the power and you're done. So accelerated installation, very fast. It saves space, about 20 to 40%, it will save you space. Then it's reduced coordination effort. So because you have only single point responsibility in only one box, it helps with the pointing the fingers, basically. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Quality control. So it's pre-tested. So how many of you can say that they had installed a traditional plant that was tested before, right? It's very difficult. You cannot do that, but we can do it. The
Yep.
other benefit is we're fully custom, and we also have an all-electric option for any engineers and contractors that are doing decarbonization. We also have use upfront fixed pricing. So this modular solution eliminates or reduce the amount of RFIs, and you have a fixed price. So no change order. It's just easier to budget and meet the amount of money that was budgeted for the project. And then we also improve project lead time because while the project is still going on and the construction is going on, and in the meantime, we are the factory and we're building that central plant in the box. So to give you an example, we have a project that's called Moonshot in Dallas. And this is the fastest project we've done. This went from 1 year from approved submittal to delivery. And you can see here that the install is ready to go and ready to be plugged in with the two piping stub right there. You just need to bring the power and the water and you're done. So pretty fast, 1 year from approved submittal to delivery. And finally, a little bit more benefits. It's very cost effective. It's a single source of responsibility, so it provides consistency. We're brand agnostic, of course, for the Daikin sellers, right, Ryan?
Right.
For sure, we had to go with the Daikin sellers, but you can use any cooling towers, pumps, VFDs that you want. Then we also stock some items to reduce lead time. We always design for easier maintenance. So this will help on the project. It's a controlled environment. We provide cooling inside that box. We provide field assembly supervision, so it's a full collaboration. It's scalable, and there is improved tax depreciation. So this was a long list, Ryan, but there are so many benefits of using modular solutions. So thank you for asking.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you showed us one example. Do you have any other real life examples where the modular solution really made a difference for the end user?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Actually, I do have some. I have three case studies that I wanted to share with you pretty fast, but these were amazing projects that we've done. The first one I wanted to share with you and all the customers on the line is the NASA JPL. So as you know, this is very critical work. We had to go through three security checkpoints to go to that site. And the problem with the GPL is they didn't have any room to install an 800-ton cooling central plant. And I wanted to show you how easy and fast it was to install. So you can see here a number from 1 to 6. So we brought the first box, then we crane placed the second box. Then we also provide the cooling tower assembly, number 3. We put it on the box number 4. 5, we bring the cooling tower. And 6, we have our complete 800-ton central plant. So Ryan, how long do you think it took to do that install?
Um, a week?
Yeah, this is usually what everyone tells me, but it took us 1 day to do that.
Oh,
So
well.
it's very, very fast to install. And this is during the installation, but I wanted to show you how it looks when it's installed. Unfortunately, the architect didn't think it looked as pretty as I thought. So the architect decided to put an architecture panel to match the building. And just for your information, that lab there at JPL is the lab for the Mars rover. So this is, again, a very high profile project. And you can see that we are using 2 roll-up doors to clean the tubes of the chiller. And I wanted to show you also how limited the space was around it. So you can see that big building is where the lab is, and the arrow is where we put the 800-ton central plant. And this is a picture inside. So again, plenty of space for maintenance. And over the pump, we have a gantry here as well to remove the motor to make it easier. So that's my first project. Do you want me to share another one, Ryan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me go here. We're doing good on time. So the second one is University of Nevada in Reno. I was just there 2 weeks ago. I spoke to the facility people, and they're so happy, so pleased with our system, with our modular solution. It was very clean, it's working well. And this project was used for district cooling. So it's providing cooling to 40 buildings on the campus. So imagine how reliable it needs to be, because if this doesn't work, you have 40 buildings that are down. So this is a very major. So we provided one phase. The first phase was in 2016 at 550 ton. And then the second phase was 1400 ton in 2022. And this is the largest modular solution that we shipped. So it has 17-foot wide. So very, very impressive. I took some pictures from the outside. You can see here on the left, you have one module, on the right, the other module. And look at this, 2016 for one module and 2022, and they look the same. So the quality is there, very reliable. And this is the inside again on each module. And yeah, so this is the University of Nevada in Reno. I may have another project I want to share. Do we have time, Ryan?
I think we do.
Okay, cool, awesome. The next one is a Kaiser Sherman Way. This is also another critical project, 24/7 lab that cannot shut down. And the 2 plants that you can see in yellow, the 2 labs here, were maxed out in capacity. So Kaiser was trying to find a way to increase the capacity, but as you can tell, it's very hard to locate the central plant. So we were able to design with the engineer um, 4 modules to make that complete central plant. So this is 4 500-ton chillers. and 2 modules. Then the third module is the boiler. And something very, very interesting that Kaiser asked us for this project is they asked us for the last module on the right side where the green is, they asked us to provide a module for the electrical distribution. So very interesting. So we were able to provide battery and server racks in that module, which was very high security. So very beautiful project. And the beauty of this one was that we were able to do the changeover with the old and the new central plant in less than 10 minutes. And we were able
Oh,
to
wow.
manage to hold the building loop temperature. So imagine this is pretty critical. So no downtime whatsoever. It took only 10 minutes. So very beautiful project. I took some pictures inside. This is the battery racks. This is the chillers, switch gears. So yeah, so if you have any hospital or any Kaiser work, maybe you can use that modular solution as well.
All right. So, with all your experience with the modular solutions, um, what's one thing most people don't realize about modular systems?
Oh, wow. That's a big one, a big, big one, Ryan. It's basically people think that because we have that big module, that big box that looks just like a building, that we are a building. But guess what? We are not a building. So what does that mean? What does that mean for since we're not a building? That means that we don't need to get a building permit. Okay, a permit. I've heard some places that it takes 2 years to get a building permit. So because it's an equipment, we don't need a building permit. And other things we don't need is we don't need fire protection because again, we're not a building. The other thing we don't have and we don't need is ADA special access. Um, it's not a building, it's a piece of equipment. So um, what I like to compare it is basically just like an air handling unit or like a rooftop package. When you design a system and you bring a rooftop package, do you add fire protection in it? No. Do you provide ADA requirement? No, right? So this is just the same thing. And to show you the proof, this is the Kaiser project I was talking about. I was walking by it and I was noticing that there was a nameplate on it. And I was like, whoa, this is awesome. This is the proof that this is a piece of equipment and not a building, because you would never install a nameplate on a building. So you can see here at the bottom right that it shows ETL listed. So it's an ETL listed piece of equipment. And you have the cooling tower, the pumps, every electrical information on there. You have a model number. So just like a regular rooftop or a custom air handling unit. And Ryan, I wanted to point out something else about something that people are not aware is they think that we only do chiller in a box. But we don't. So we do provide chiller in a box with cooling tower on the side, cooling tower on the top, but we also offer pump house. We offer boiler house. And if you don't want the enclosure and you want us to like put it maybe in a basement and slide it to avoid all the work and coordination and you want to have less risk, we can also provide skids. So we offer pump skids and we offer boiler skids. So
Nice.
this is something also that people forget.
All right. So if one of Long's clients has interest in exploring, modular solutions for a project, what are some of the first steps and what does that look like?
Well, it's a good question. Actually, I would not say if, I would say when,
All
because
right.
of course they're going to have a project, Ryan. So
Yeah.
I can already know that people are already thinking in their brain where they can use that. So they can contact their long salesperson, right? Of course, you guys are on top of it. You're very knowledgeable. And then we will probably have a kickoff meeting to find out, like, okay, how big is the system? And then we will take care of all the selection for your customers. So we will work as a team. So of course, please contact your long sales rep. And I wanted also to offer a special invitation, if you don't mind, Ryan,
Yeah.
to invite your customers to come and visit us in Arizona, especially during the winter. I heard that it's kind of cold in Colorado. So
A little
maybe
bit.
that would be a cool trip to do. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Kareen. That was great information, an exciting product. Um, Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody today for joining us, and reach out to your long salesman if you have any questions regarding Daikin Modular Solutions, which will lead us to our last piece, which is the raffle for today. Um,
Woohoo!
and today's prizes are a Bonefish Grill gift card, $100, a Fitbit Inspire 3, or the Dad Bag. I want to thank everybody again for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Bye.